Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Lilisette. Alright, so Lilisette is actually getting her FR, and prior to that she gets a little bit of rework with now a little more HP dumps in her kit. Her skill 1 finally has some bravery attack, so it allows her to help in shaving a little bit of the enemy's bravery. And her skill 2 actually can act as a FR battery if I'm not wrong. It can act actually as an FR battery if you max out her force enhancement level. Regardless, I personally think that Lilisette is actually really good to use. She has a lot of decent debuff. She has HP damage up, which is the really important one. She has speed down, which can be useful, and she has sap to the enemy as well. Although the sap is not a lot if the enemy has a very high brave gain, but it does provide some protection, especially given how that her LD does overheal the entire party. So yeah, and she actually has a 100% crit to the entire party as well, so you don't have to worry about enemy ceiling, max bravery, floor, everything. The only problem with Lilisette though is that her damage output comes mainly from her EX and her LD, which means that while you're charging the EX gauge out, if you're not using her LD, she's going to do a very low damage with her skill 1, and skill 2 of course is not going to do any damage at all, and her skill 2 is actually not very good if you're running Lilisette using her own FR, because of the fact that her condition requires more on the attacking part. Regardless, if you're going into Lilisette FR, if you take a look at what her FR condition is, it's actually 5% for every debuff you have on the enemy. And considering that Lilisette actually lands a lot of debuff, it's easy to get up to 8 debuff. So although I do want to recommend you to at least put up a call that can actually land frame debuff, because Lilisette's debuff are all not frame, only 1 frame debuff if I recall correctly. And if the enemy buff themselves quite often, it's gonna be bad since they'll push off her debuff, and hence she will get less FR condition fulfilled. So at 8 debuff, you'll get up to 40% for her first condition and 30% since Lilisette will always allow you to crit. So easy 70% for the entire party is actually not bad. And if you're not using her FR for some reason and you want to use units like Tifa, for example, Lilisette can actually be really good with Tifa, considering the fact that her EX and her LD are mostly single target and she guarantees crits to the entire party. So yeah, you don't have to worry about max bravery floor, which is always Tifa's issue with other party members taking a turn without Sarge or whoever's call you have. But anyway, this video is going to be quite short because Lilisette in general is actually quite a generic FR with her generic kits. If you ask me, as a newer player, she can actually be really good because she does a lot of things in one package. But if you're an older player, you might be up to skip her since she doesn't provide much unique stuff. And given that if you're an older player, your FR will be more stacked right now, and Lilisette will be kind of generic to just run by. Personally though, I will have to skip this banner. It's not bad, like I said, it's actually really good. And I actually like Lilisette as a character because of how much fun I have with her call back then during her LD debut. And also the fact that she came together with with Jagran and his BT is actually not a bad choice if you already have Citrian's BT, because Jagran's overall is actually quite good for a non-FR damage dealer with a BT face. So yeah, personally I think if you're a newer player, you can benefit a lot more than this compared to as an older player, since Lilisette doesn't require much setup for her FR condition. So what's your plan for this character? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers guys.